now, live from the Blind Ninja Studios in Western Wisconsin, a show with no purpose, hosted by experts at drinking, and they're almost definitely wearing pants. It's time for the Department of Offense. Welcome to episode 217 of the Department of Offense. I'm your host, Casey. Joining me as always is Carlo.
Yeah, it's like I live here.
Right? Completely crazy. And Matt.
Hello.
I lost hearing in one ear, and it's super bothering me.
I don't know why that happens to all our headphones. It's almost like they're old.
You know what, Carlos? They are old, okay? They're old, and it's all you got, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Our priorities are...
But they have character.
They do have character. No, the headphones need to be replaced. We did the mic replacement last year, so we should probably do a headphone replacement. Speaking of, things being old.
Hey, is this a Patreon plug?
No,
okay.
It wasn't gonna be. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, like, we could always use some new headphones. I mean, these headphones are full of character, but they're also full of tetanus.
Yeah, we do need some new headphones.
And that one guy that randomly showed up that had lice, so we threw those ones away.
Wait, did that actually happen?
No, that didn't.
No, but that's a good story.
You're supposed to go along
just go with it. Carlos, learn to riff. We've been doing this for 5 years.
I'm sorry.
And we haven't figured that out
I'm
yet.
oblivious enough that I totally missed somebody actually coming in with head lice, putting them on, and then making.
And then Rick got the lice, and we threw them on.
No, it probably would have been Rick, but I mean.
Oh, definitely would have been Rick. But yeah, all right. Anyway, let's do a shout out to our patrons before we get too deep here. If you'd like to be a patron, head on over to patreon.com/blindstudios and become a patron today. Every little dollar helps us stay on the air.
And get new headphones.
And new microphones and just the little tiny expenses that pop up that you don't really think about. If you're gonna do any Amazon shopping, head on over to blindstudios.com, click on the Amazon link at the bottom of our homepage. Do your Amazon shopping as normal, and we get a bit of a kickback from Amazon. So it really helps us out. So that's something that you should do as well.
Especially with Black Friday and Christmas coming up.
Yeah. And make sure you change your grandma's Amazon link on her computer so it goes through our affiliate link.
She'll never know.
She won't, and it's not really a mean thing to do. So
yeah, morally questionable, maybe a little ambiguous, but that's about it.
A little ambiguous, yeah.
And like if you're listening to the show, we already know where you fall on the moral ambiguity. I can't say the word.
Come on. Ambiguity. You got this. I believe in you.
Ambiguity scale.
Yeah, good job, Carlos. Ambiguity. You got this. All right. So, let's see. I've only been doing this for 217 times. We do the announcements. Oh, yeah. And then I asked Carlos what's going on in his life.
Well, let's see. I've been playing a bunch of Assassin's Creed. In the Assassin's Creed Origins set in Egypt, and that's been cool.
Yeah, that game looks beautiful.
It starts you really start slowing down, leveling up, and like I really want those ability points to finish getting my skills and stuff. But like as far as like the weapons and stuff, I got plenty of like the legendary and like high level stuff, so I'm not worried about that. But it looks amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, some of the abilities and stuff I miss. I miss a lot of the abilities from.
I miss being able to just press a button to counter.
Yeah,
like it makes me.
The combat system blows.
It's set up so like you have to press block and then press another button to counter, and I just decided long ago that I just was never going to block. So.
Oh, in this one?
Yeah, I just don't block.
Yeah, I mean I do.
I dodge.
But
I just dodge and.
What's your primary weapon now?
I just have the standard sword because it swings really quickly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was running around with the dual swords for a while, and that was fun. I switched to the hooked sword.
Yeah, because that does like some bleeding damage, but like my standard sword also does bleeding damage too.
Oh. Well, so. It also you can pull enemies in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so that's fun too.
It just felt like that one swung a little slower though, so that's why I stuck with the standard one.
All right. Anything else?
Well, there was Thor. The new.
Man, Thor was good.
Holy shit! I forgot that came out.
Yeah. The entire thing felt like just like an '80s
when did you
music video. We went yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeff Goldblum was playing Jeff Goldblum.
I've heard that's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Thor and all the characters of Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo were all having fun on the
Thor and Hulk, the scenes with those two, like just hanging out, like
just yelling insults at each other and then trying to become friends.
Or like any of the times like Loki was like share on the same the same scene as the Hulk. It was just like perfect.
Yeah.
Like there's like a lot of like there's like shout outs to the previous movies and stuff. Like we can't really go into it though because like there's a lot of spoilers.
Yeah, we don't want to get into
Yeah.
spoiler territory, but it was one of, if not the funniest Marvel
Yeah.
movie to date. At least for Marvel Studios. We're not counting Deadpool.
But it
in
did
that.
some cool stuff with like the story. Like it wasn't like all set and like in just constant like Armageddon going on at like Valhalla or whatever.
Yeah, it was almost like a soft reboot for the Thor character.
Yeah.
Like kind of hit the reset button on where he's at and everything.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Matt, what have you been up to, man?
I downloaded the Fractured Butthole.
Oh, how is it?
I haven't played that yet because
Oh.
it was bundled with the Stick of Truth. So I finally spent about 5 hours on the Stick of Truth.
That game is so much fun.
And I've only made it to the aliens level because I spent the entire 5 hours looking around the town and finding everything I could. So now I'm
and
like,
talking to everybody you can. And,
so I'm sitting there like, shit, does this mean that when I go back to the town, is there going to be nothing for me to find again since I found it all already before I went to the next thing? Is that true?
No.
Everything replenishes itself.
Yeah,
like you get like a new ability while you're on the ship that like makes it so you have a lot
that
more.
opens up some.
Yeah.
areas
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, well, I kind of took my precious time, about 5
yeah,
hours,
and then-
just kind of searching the town.
and then you get new side quests and stuff.
okay,
so-
yeah. Because I do the rat little sides open up ever? Like the rats are covering up little paths that leave out the side of the town. Do those open up?
I'm trying to remember.
I think they do.
I think they do.
When
It's
you,
been-
before you go to the ship, yeah, like
Yeah.
each corner of
after you get off the
city.
ship, they do.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's been so long because we sat down here and
Yeah,
played it.
I
once.
watched you play that for a while on
Yeah.
the stream or whatever. But yeah, so I have the Fractured Butthole on my computer. But God, that's just so.
So it's such a great name. Well, they straight up wanted to call it the Fractured Butthole,
Yeah.
but they're like, well, you can't call it that. And
Yeah.
they're like, fine, it's the Fractured.
So yeah, every
Butthole.
time there's a commercial on while I'm working at the bar, I just kind of giggle. So
Yeah.
you just hear him speak butthole.
No, the thing I love about those games is it feels like you're playing an episode.
hmm It's really fun. I enjoy it. Yeah. So I'll probably play that again tomorrow. And then I went to a few concerts, and that is my life.
They in Fractured Butthole they made the difficulty slider your skin tone.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't actually change
It
anything.
doesn't really change anything.
Like
but-
when you choose your name, but you're still called douchebag.
Yep. Yeah, but I don't know. It was a fun little jab at the world.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So let's see. What have I been up to? Got a new surround sound system. I'm excited about that, which means I had to get a new TV stand because everything wasn't working, and I wanted a coffee table. Back again.
Mainly it was because it just was not fitting the new.
Nothing was fitting.
Yeah.
Like I had it. So I had the. I
So
had
you threw away that old shit you've had for like 10 years now?
Oh no, it's still there.
what old shit?
The surround sound.
Yeah. No. That it's
Oh,
getting it's piled up to
Oh,
be
okay.
thrown away.
Okay, so it's going to be thrown away.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about all the stuff that was
You know,
like
that
behind
one
the TV and
died
stuff like that.
Like that one died like 8 months ago, and I
Yeah.
just hadn't gotten around to pulling all the wires.
So we've
and
just been
stuff out.
listening to the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounded good.
You know, it sounded fine,
but
but there's a night and day difference
Oh,
going
yeah.
from
And
the
Casey
TV to the surround.
Casey
sound.
has this Lord of the Rings marathon coming up.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
and so I had to get
jeez.
ready for that. That's really all this has been leading
Yep.
up to the Lord of the Rings marathon.
Well, you gotta do something different every Lord of the Rings marathon, right?
Yeah. Well, and that like a very important part of the Lord of the Rings marathon is the thumping bass. So if I don't have the thumping bass, we're in trouble. So got that
That's
fixed. now,
Thanksgiving
and
week, isn't it? Or
It's
whatever.
Thanksgiving.
It is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Or as most people call it, Nacho Day.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's clearly the standard name for it.
It definitely is. Give thanks for nachos. But yeah, so I did that. So today I was going to bottle beers. Instead, I spent literally the entire day tearing apart things in the living room and like
So
getting
satisfying
things.
though, doing that
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh well, yeah. No, like I actually know like the cable management is a little bit better, but there was just so much crap under there.
Did you end up using all the zip ties?
No, I need to go through and like re-zip tie a bunch of stuff. I was at the point where I was like, okay, I can't really see all the cables, so we're gonna call it good
We're
enough.
now.
got the Wii U and the PS4 hooked up, and I was like, all right, we're good.
And we got a coffee table back.
Yeah, and got the coffee table back, and I have a
Well, it hasn't quite been reclaimed right now.
But still.
no. It has.
No, there's stuff. There's like a lot of the stuff that was behind the TV.
No, I put that off. To
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Alright.
Carlos, you walked past it on your way
Yeah,
down.
no,
here.
I only saw it like an hour and a half ago or so.
Yeah, again, you walked past it on your way down here.
I wasn't looking at that. I don't assume things change.
It's like
Casey.
when you helped me bring down the entire beer cellar, and you're like, "When'd you bring all the beer down here?"
Well, I'm sure it happened. It's just like I don't remember it happening.
I know. Let's see. Other than that, getting ready for our office is moving, so I've been doing a lot of stuff there, and then getting ready for the Florida trip. So I won't be around next weekend. I don't know if you guys are doing a show or not.
Yeah.
I get back Sunday afternoon. I'm going to Detroit.
Oh, what are you doing in Detroit?
I'm going to go see that band Him that I used to love because their farewell tour and they are
Oh.
coming here. And I'm stupid.
Okay, yeah. So probably no show next weekend.
No.
The following weekend we'll be back though. So maintaining our almost every other week, sometimes every week schedule for 2017. Hopefully 2018 will be a little bit more consistent again.
Right.
So-
right.
Last time we recorded, we talked about, or we did. We didn't talk about Stranger Things
We did not. No.
because we didn't record last week.
Nope.
So I watched season 2 of Stranger Things.
All right. First question: is everyone here completely
Yes.
caught up with Stranger? Or all right. So we're going to. I'm gonna. Yeah. So guys, start fast forwarding right now. There's gonna be some Stranger Things spoilers. Just jump ahead about 5 minutes, and you should be good.
No promises.
No promises. But yeah. So let's talk Stranger Things too.
All right.
Because holy shit, that was.
That was.
I thought it was
great.
better than the first season,
Yeah.
hands down.
Yeah, I actually did think it was better too. And like the
Matt?
first season was great.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I wish there would have been more mystery like that first season, but the character development was the best part about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the unusual pairings I liked.
Mhm.
Like they did different groupings off, which was fun. Having Dustin and Steve together
Was the
that
greatest.
was the greatest thing in the world.
Team Mom Steve.
Turns out I'm better at this babysitting gig. or whatever.
I'm a shit boyfriend, but I'm a pretty good babysitter.
It's Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, parts I thought were a little silly, but I thought that's expected.
So
Like a lot of people like actually did not like the 11 standalone
yeah,
episode.
the bottle episode.
Yeah, I didn't really like it either.
Like I liked it because it was like different, and you got to like kind of see like 11 trying to make connections with like her past.
Yeah, and it was super necessary. Like we needed that in order to kickstart the last was it 2 or 3 episodes of the season?
Like she needed to grow up a little bit more, and then she got to come back. And
It just seemed weird that it was only one episode. Is the other thing. Like, it was
Well, yeah, they only had the 9 episode
Yeah, I
run.
know.
So, and I'm glad that they kind of consolidated it and pushed it through. Yeah, we didn't really get to see a whole lot about her family, but there wasn't a whole lot of story to tell there.
no,
I don't
yeah, like
think-
it's basically been covered now. Like except for like whether or not that one guy's actually alive or not, because he's supposed to be super dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll see. Like, because the Mind Flayer is still around.
But you know who else is super dead? Unfortunately,
Bob.
Samwise Gamgee.
Man, Bob was the greatest.
He was-
So, the first episode, you see Bob. Who else thought he was evil?
Yeah, I thought
no,
that
I
for
just
sure.
was like, oh, Sean Astin, and then I was like, okay, I'm okay with this.
Who thinks, oh, Sean Astin?
I don't know, it just
Like,
didn't seem right. I was like, okay, we're just getting an '80s child actor.
see,
in
like
here to
mine
get more
was like,
80s.
ooh, Sean Astin.
Oh, I was like, he's pretending to be really nice. And it's going to turn her out that he's evil.
Like, it's not like
And
they
he's
There's
working
no
for-
way he could have became evil. No way.
Well, no, I see. Like my first thinking was he was being too nice, so he was like working with like the Hawkins lab or whatever
No.
undercover.
But then, like,
Kinda
the second you
close.
see him at like Radio Shack, it's like, all right,
Yep.
he clearly is not.
I mean, he,
working for
like-
them.
He's just so genuine
Yeah,
and just wants to help and like because you see like in the first season, the family dynamic for that, like their dad is a piece of garbage,
Yeah.
and super abusive and all that, and then you get Bob coming in and he's treating everybody nice, and he's like he finds it, or like he hears that Will's sick, so he's like, oh, I'm gonna bring over a bunch of brain teasers and puzzles and
That was a really good episode when they tracked down where everything was.
yeah, like he's in the middle of like, this isn't healthy. Wait a second. Puzzle. Yeah, and then his heroic death. So I listened to a lot of like podcasts, and then did you guys watch the after?
I did.
Started watching the first episode.
Well, because it was like last Saturday, I was watching it. Like I watched all Stranger Things because I was supposed to do homework, and it's like I'm just watching Stranger Things, I guess. After I watched 2 episodes, like, oh, I'm just doing this all day, then aren't I?
Yep.
And I got done with that. It's like, all right, maybe I can get some homework done. It's like, oh nope,
They
there's the
were
after show
smart for
starting
making
now.
that start playing right after you finished.
Yeah. So then I watched that, and so I watched all that stuff in one sitting, basically.
I did too. But the big thing that like the big like takeaway I had from that is Bob wasn't supposed to have like this big heroic death, and I'm glad that they gave it to him. Like I feel like Sean Astin brought a lot to that character, and then giving him that death really pushed the character. Like between that and then 11 showing up at the same in the same episode, that was it was a huge episode.
No, was that the same episode that he died and then?
Yeah, because they all get back and they're freaking out, and then 11 shows up, like throws the Demodog through the window.
No, I think he died at the end of an episode or at the beginning of an episode.
He died in the middle of an episode.
Because like there's a lot of time because like they did the whole torturing the Will, right, for a while, because I thought that was like a whole episode.
There was a big cliffhanger that happened, and then it was the episode where 11 went, and then it went back to it.
Yep.
So it was either at the end of his death or before they started doing interrogating Will or something.
Yeah.
So like I thought the same thing. But some of the episodes were so dense, it felt like it was 2 episodes, because there was like a natural, because Bob dying and everybody leaving, that's a natural ending, but they went straight to Joyce's house after that, and they were all decompressing.
Because then the dogs are all howling and stuff and happening, and all the scariness happens.
11 throws one through a window.
Well, first that's where it ends, isn't it? And then it goes to 11's episode, and then you
that's right.
It
11 throws one through the window, and I think you see 11, or do you not see 11?
Maybe you
No, like you.
No, they ended on the cliffhanger of like, oh my god, the dogs are coming.
Oh,
and then you're pissed off because you're like, damn, now I gotta watch the slow episode when I want to go right to that one.
Right.
Which is what Walking Dead did last year too, or however many years ago that was. Remember, everybody was pissed off at the
season 2 of
the
Walking Dead.
Kane guy.
No.
Oh, different one.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's pissed off at that episode because it was a really intense episode. Then you just give us an hour and a half of shittiness, which was actually a really good episode, but it's just like wrong timing, people.
No, it's still better than this season of The Walking Dead. I got some fundamental problems with this season.
Everything's happening so dumbly.
Well, it's not only dumbly, but there's no substance to any of these.
Yeah, that's true.
Like last week's episode, it was a bunch of combat, but it was just felt like filler, like just complete garbage.
It's
and then,
like, why the hell didn't you put all this shit last year when we were expecting a fucking war to happen?
And then they bring back like a minor character from season 1, and that's supposed to be a big reveal.
Yeah, who's that?
He left. When they were going to the CDC, he went another direction.
Yeah.
I had to look that up on the internet.
I didn't even care. I was just like, okay. Like, what?
Just so dumb. Like, come on, guys.
You know, I started. What wasn't dumb that I started watching? Mindhunter on Netflix.
Oh yeah, Mindhunter.
The first, how was the? Did you guys like the ending of Stranger Things?
Oh, the ending.
What ending are we talking about? The coda at the end,
no,
or are we talking about
the nice
the dance?
prom, the snowball?
Okay, yeah. So the coda.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know what that's.
Oh yeah.
So I thought the coda was the thing when that turned upside down, and then.
No, yeah. The snowball was an amazing end to that series.
Yeah.
Like everybody had a really great.
It was perfect.
Ending. You had
Nancy going to Dustin.
Yeah, well, and like I felt so bad for Dustin.
I know, it's so sad.
Like I
doing his hair up all fancy.
And like he comes in like all confident, and I was like, that's middle school me. Oh no, this is not gonna be good.
Oh, and fucking Nancy just saves the day.
And
there.
also, I felt bad for Steve. Like in the car, looks and sees Nancy in there. It's like,
I don't feel bad for Steve.
No,
Like,
no.
so
well, because like he actually loved her and she
I know.
just didn't.
yeah, but then it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
but at the end of the last season, you're like, why the fuck are them two
Yeah.
together?
Like, I mean, Steve had a massive redemptive arc.
actually, I was really glad that they actually stuck together because I figured they were going to break up in the second season, but I was glad they stayed together because like that meant like it didn't just all like happen like in most of those like 80 movies like where like oh they just break up and she gets together right away with the other guy.
Also, Jonathan was super creepy in the first season.
he was super
Yes.
creepy.
But they had a connection there in the first.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and then they
How did you guys like the one-liner where they're sleeping over at the news reporter's guy and the next morning they're eating breakfast?
How's the pullout?
Oh, I laughed so fucking hard. Oh, that was.
Or how like
That
that
was
night
comedy
they
gold
had
right
a whole Temple of Doom thing going on.
Which one? Oh yes, yes,
Where
yes,
they're,
yes,
going
yes.
back and forth.
Yep. Yeah, no.
How was the pullout?
That was
Oh, that was.
I didn't get every movie reference in there though. Like I saw like a list of different movie references, and I did not get them all.
Well, let's
I
take
did
a
not
look
get
at
the
that.
Goonies one because I just don't care about the Goonies at all.
What was the Goonies reference?
When like they had the like they had to find the X, and like so he
Sean
asked
Astin was
yeah.
going after it.
he was like, "What's that? What's the X? Buried pirate treasure?"
Oh, so
Yeah.
that's yeah.
I see. I love the Goonies.
And that's a little bit of a stretch though. 'cause-
Well, no, and like the nice thing I liked about this season is none of the like the callbacks to those movies were super on the nose. Like you had some really interesting ones like you had Jurassic Park and Aliens and
Well, there's like a bunch of quotes that are like straight up full on quotes from other movies that like I just didn't even notice
yeah.
that were
Just
just
looking it up right now.
Wait, oh no, I'm
Oh.
I'm getting ready for the beer
Oh, okay.
stuff coming up.
But yeah, the kiss between Max and Lucas was amazing. And then I just knew 11 was coming in, so it wasn't as like wow. But the rest of it all was wow at Snowball.
I'm hoping Will gets more to do in season 3.
Yeah, 'cause
he did
he's been-
a great
No,
job.
he
though.
did a great
He
job.
had a lot.
He's
he had to
just
pull
like
off.
he's just had like the shit end of the stick for 2 seasons in a row.
Yeah, but like for like being a child actor, he managed to pull off a lot.
all the child actors are great. Like though, like then you watch like the after show,
Yeah.
and you realize, oh yeah, these guys are like 12.
Yeah,
yeah. What's his face? Wolf Hart or whatever, the main kid.
Oh yeah,
Because he's in the first son of Bobby Millie
Mhm.
Brown or Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah, I just couldn't stand him. Kind of. I was
see,
like,
I couldn't like Dustin was getting on my nerves.
oh
the
yeah,
kid
I
who
haven't
plays
watched that
Dustin.
one yet. Yeah.
I was just like, dude, shut up. The Duffer Brothers are there. You did not come up with these ideas.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah. Now, if he had said something like "great minds think alike," all right, that would have been fine.
Yeah,
But
no,
that's not
and-
what he said.
You know, but
But that's what happens when you have like you're still putting like a 12-year-old on like a show like that.
Yeah. Right.
It made the whole thing a little awkward there for a bit.
No, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, is this not on Beer Advocate?
Woo!
Guinness or the other one?
Chili water.
That makes our whatever score
it is.
official. Oh,
It is.
it's going to be the official score otherwise.
I know. I'll get the Game of Thrones beer afterward because this is the last one. All right, so we're gonna start with unless wait, do we have any more Stranger Things to talk about?
No.
No,
I got it. Go watch it if you haven't.
it was great.
I'll split one of these with you.
And
Matt.
I got done with it. It was like the next day I was like, I'm so sad I don't have Stranger Things. Because there's like a bunch of jokes like about like how once Stranger Things is like after everybody's done watching it, they're gonna all be sad that it's not they can't watch it anymore. And then like it happened to me, and now I'm sad.
All right, so the first beer going around, because we've been doing this. This is our 5th year anniversary show. I was like, oh, this is an anniversary stout. That could be fun. So this is Guinness's 200th anniversary export stout.
And
So-
we're almost 200 episode. What, 216? You said
217, I think.
somewhere in there.
Yeah. So I mean, pretty close.
That makes us older.
Yep. So Guinness history changed forever in 1817. In that year, Benjamin Guinness, Arthur's son, brewed our first beer with a new roasted grain called Black Patent Malt. His stout recipe laid the foundation for how he would brew for the next 200 years. So it's just it's pretty much. I want to say it's just going to be Guinness. but I don't know. Aroma: toffee and caramel with slight chocolate notes. Flavor: complex but smooth with a sweet chocolate flavor. Palate: smooth and mellow with a dry finish. Comes in at 6% ABV, so a little bit heavier than like actual Guinness, because
Yeah, I
that's
don't
usually
really
a
like
4.5.
actual Guinness, but I don't mind this.
Oh wow, yeah, that's definitely
It's like
different.
sweeter, kind of on that back end or
It's-
something. I don't know.
Like,
There's more of a milk chocolate.
so wait,
character
is this
to it.
their like original recipe that they're using?
I don't know if this is their original recipe or if they're just calling it the 200th anniversary export.
Yeah, definitely that milk chocolate.
I'm getting like a trying. I don't know what kind of a flavor, like a kind of like a bitter flavor on the back of my mouth, my tongue.
So they brewed it.
Where in the taste? Like, is it at the end or is it at the beginning?
At the end.
Okay. Is it more like a burnt character or is it more like a hoppy bitterness?
I think it's more like a burnt character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be the black patent, that roasted.
So it's inspired by the entries
You
from
know-
their 1817 brewing logs.
No, but
okay.
Yep, and the new brew is a roast and sweet chocolate, like we were talking about.
it makes me think of like smoking a pipe tobacco.
Yeah, I can see that. Here's that taste that it leaves in the
Yeah.
back of your mouth. I really like this. This is really good.
It's definitely different.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really like Guinness in particular. Kind of grosses me out actually, but I like this.
Yeah. Why don't you like Guinness?
I don't
man?
know.
That's weird.
I even tried the side by side. My mom brought some home from Ireland when she was there, and then nope. It's like I'm just not a Guinness guy, I guess.
Yeah. I like it because it's 4.5%,
Yeah, that's true.
so you can just slam them down real good and
And they're fun to pour.
they're fun to drink.
No, this is quite good.
Yeah, it is. It's very good.
Hopefully, this is one that they keep doing.
Yeah. It's everywhere right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Man,
and
too bad I
I'm gonna have to
can't
pick up some more.
drain my mugs like Thor or like any Asgardians do. Like just how like when they're drinking their beers or whatever they drink, just down like nothing else.
Do it, Carlos. You can do
Yeah,
that.
do it.
Do it.
Act like we're 18 again.
Drink faster, Carlos.
There you
Hey! We'll have to get the chug cam going.
go.
We'll have to do an Oktoberfest episode next year with boots and liter mugs.
Yeah, that's the end of the episode. We all chug a boot.
You'll chug a boot. All right.
Don't forget to
Carlos, give me a
rotate the
number.
boot.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because it's different. I'm giving it a 7.5 because I'm not sure if it's different in a really good way, but it's definitely stands out from a lot of other beers, and that's good. And like it's not saying in a bad way.
All right. Matt,
I'll go for a 7.
7. Any reason why? Or
I'd like it. That's
All
about
right.
it.
like it real good.
I can drink it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in that 7 camp too. It's a really good drinkable stout. It's different enough from Guinness where I don't feel like I just bought crap Guinness in a bottle, because I hate buying Guinness in a bottle. I like to buy it in the can because you get the nitro widget. And yeah, that sweet chocolate makes this
Yeah.
a really good like dessert beer, I think.
And it's not too sweet because like it's got that like bitterness at the end.
Yeah, no, and it finishes really well. So actually, I'm gonna bump mine up to like a 7.5 then. All right. So this next one going around is from a brewery I've never had. It's from Tighthead Brewing Company in Illinois. This is their Chili Water Pale Ale. Comes in at 4.8% ABV.
What?
4.8.
Oh, okay, good.
I like the can with that. I can't remember what kind of fish that is. Like the
Anglerfish?
Anglerfish. Yeah.
So this is our wheat-based American Pale Ale. Drinks like an IPA, but without all the heavy malt sweetness and alcohol, making it an ideal session beer. Citra and Amarillo hops provide an aroma and flavor of mango, tangerine, and other soft citrus fruit. And American ale yeast ferments chili to crisp, refreshing finish. Okay, that sentence
Yeah, I
does
was
not make
confused
sense.
about that too.
Enjoy all day with no need for panic. So yeah, 4.8%. That's sessionable. So this is a good one. It'd be another.
I
another
ate
good-
an anglerfish when I was in Japan a long time. First time I went there, it was really gross.
Did you eat the light bulb?
No, it was just like sushi, anglerfish sushi. Like,
Oh, and it wasn't good.
no, it was gross.
Well, like what? Like was it like?
It's like bottom dweller, meaty grossness. I don't know.
Oh,
Not good.
yeah.
I mean, they don't use their giant teeth to do cool stuff. Like,
I'm trying to figure
Eat
out what their
things?
logo is. Like, what is that?
It's like a football.
I don't know. It's yeah. It's I don't know.
Yeah, tight head
yeah, I'm just assuming that's a football.
on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, I was talking with my arm so much that my watch decided that that wasn't workout.
Good job.
All right. Yeah, Carlos.
I haven't tasted. I got a shit ton of foam sitting in mine.
Good job
How's it
pouring.
smell? Because mine smells amazing.
It does smell great. I got like a lot of that hop smell.
Got mangoes,
Yeah, definitely got.
some orange,
Ah, they're the
or
Mangoes
ones.
like a
are-
clementine.
Yeah, like that fruity, like mango. Not quite mango, like
They're the ones that have that IPA. I've seen that can around a lot.
Like
Okay, yeah.
gr-
So chili water and the IPA were at Chiconi's when I was picking this up. I want to say one of the other ones was, and I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not entirely sure which one.
Yeah, I really want to know what that logo is actually.
Right? It doesn't make any sense.
It also looks like a spaceship from Star Trek or something. Or,
Yeah, they're in a suburb of Chicago. Let's see. Opened in 90. Oh no, started brewing in 93. In 2009 they opened. Okay, so they're around 8 years.
yeah. This like it has all that like you expect like to be like a strong like hop flavor, and like it's kind of weird. Like you drink it, like it just doesn't have that.
It's very soft.
Mhm.
Like you get a big hop flavor,
Like
but
you-
no bitterness.
Yeah,
really.
I keep expecting it to bite back, and it doesn't.
yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, it's pretty damn juicy.
Yeah.
What's the we got a can date?
September.
Oh, okay. So not too far back. And this is tasting pretty good with 2
Yeah.
months on it. All right. Matt, do you have anything you want to say about it?
No, it's good. Like you said, it's not that bitter, which is surprising, but there's a lot of flavor going on there.
Yeah, no, it drinks really easily.
4.8.
4.8 every day, all day. Oh.
What did this one have added in? It was
This guy has the title of Hose Ninja.
I feel like this should have chilies in it or something, just because it's called chili water.
yeah. That's like the thing. Is like I was expecting like maybe like a
but-
chili to be
but
in
it's
it.
not-
No,
with a
like,
Y,
yeah,
so-
so it's like cold water.
Yeah,
Like
But when you just said chili water's coming, that's the first thing I can like. Okay, so it's gonna be like a habanero IPA
Oh,
or
yeah.
something.
that makes sense. And like the logo on this one is like a anglerfish with a lit up hot cone instead of a light bulb.
Hmm.
It's kind of neat. All right, Carlos, give me a number.
I'm going to give it a 6.5 because I wanted to have just a little bit of bite in the like when I'm drinking it. Like
I don't know, man. For a session beer, I don't want any bite really.
I don't know. Yeah, with all that hop flavor just throws me off not having the hop biting
Yeah,
back
but,
a
like-
little bit.
So something like this, I picture myself floating down a river on an inner tube
Yeah.
and just crushing these. One after another. Crush, man. This is like an orange crush. Matt, number?
I'll go a 7 on this one too.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I think this is a really well done session beer. And I want to promote more session beers, so I'm gonna give them higher
right,
numbers.
right.
So the lower your ABV, the higher your number.
Keep that in mind, brewers.
What's water get you?
Water gets you shit. It also has to get me drunk, Carlos.
Oh, all right.
Like the end goal is always the same. It's just I want it to take longer to get there.
Well, it would definitely take a long time with water.
You're right. I would drown. All right, now the one that we've all been waiting for. Because
Have we?
apparently they've done another Game of Thrones beer.
Do they
This
have a
one-
goal of how many they're gonna do?
I'll
Or no?
start with you over there, Matt.
Okay.
Pop that
I
one.
always get to open these.
Well, you like to open the corks.
Mhm.
So this one is called Winter is Here. Because apparently
Yeah,
it is. And it's very fitting because it's cold.
And if you watch the series, it's here.
All right, so let's see if I can pull up the website real quick here. Ooh.
That one wasn't as nice. So when was this bottled on?
It was released in October. October 21st, I think. So very, very recently.
Probably only take-
What kind of beer is it?
I'm trying to find that right now.
It's a double white ale.
The Ommegang website just really irritates me sometimes because I can't.
For generations,
anything.
the great houses have warred among themselves for control of the seven kingdoms. Now a greater peril looms in the north. The others, their existence can no longer be denied. Winter's here, and with it comes epic, perhaps final battle. Fortify yourself with this Belgian-style double white ale. Brewed with white pepper and sea salt. The aroma contains bready malt, clove, banana, and honey. The flavor is peppery spice up front and finishes with a hint of honey sweetness. This ale offers the unique flavors and aromas all Ommegangs are known for. Yep.
So, fun fact: this beer is so new; it's not on their website yet.
Wow. How do you ship a beer out without putting it on your website?
Apparently, pretty easily.
Or maybe they're
I'm
trying to
guessing
sweep
that-
it underneath the rug.
I feel like they were trying to get it out as soon as the series ended, type of thing. So
Yeah.
maybe they didn't even. They're just like brew, bottle, get it out. Oh yeah, we got to put that on our website.
Right? Smells like bananas.
I'm so excited.
I don't know if that was sarcastic or not.
It's very sarcastic.
Do you not like bananas?
Well, I like bananas, but
Beef.
I can't stand Ommegang beers, and I
Yes.
can't stand.
That's true, but you like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so I'm very happy to have said we can. I've had the Game of Thrones beers, so I guess there was a bit of excitement in there.
Were there any of the Game of Thrones beers that you had liked?
Not what.
Yeah, there were a couple. I think we did this the last time we tasted Game of
Probably.
Thrones beers.
Yeah, we looked up the list of which ones they were.
Yeah, and there were like so.
The ones that weren't like wheats. or,
Yeah,
like,
there was one stout that I really enjoyed. I think it was like take the black stout or something.
and then there was a golden ale or something. I thought at
that
one
we
time.
liked too.
Yeah.
Everything else, it's been very bleh. But this one, I have some hopes for it. It doesn't seem like they try to do anything crazy with it. Just a good, simple, like keep you warm. The
Because
ABV on
winter's
this
here.
is only 8.5. So
Don't know.
Does have that little bit of a spice at the beginning.
Yeah,
yep.
it has like that. A little. I like that spice that's got to it at
Yeah.
the beginning, and
Smells like banana bread.
I
Kind of
smell
tastes
beer.
like banana bread too.
I smell sour beer.
There shouldn't be any sour
Well,
in here.
I can't describe beer, so
I know. You gotta do a
Whenever
couple
I-
of episodes of Homebrew Bound with us.
Any
it
kinda-
reminds me of the my touch, except more palatable.
Oh, I could see that.
any kind of like Belgian and stuff, it just reminds me. It's just like it just smells sour, like not sour in the taste, but like
Yeah.
it's gone funky sour.
Yeah,
But,
because you get all those crazy esters, those
Yeah.
spices and banana and clove and
but I guess I don't mind this.
I don't know. I'm not a Belgian fan.
Mm-mm.
Not a Belgian fan at all.
What's Ommegang gonna do after Game of Thrones is done?
Continue with their 70 other beers that they
I guess.
release. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of banana, but it's appropriate for style, so banana's fine, I guess.
I
God,
love that you do homebrew brown.
I do too. It's a lot of fun. And we got called woke, guys, by a Homebrew Bound listener. So
It must have been sarcastic. That's the only way I can see
Nuh-uh,
it.
they gave us 5 stars on Facebook.
A sarcastic 5 stars.
Well, somebody's best friend lives in River Falls. Shout out to whoever that guy's best friend was. They sent him a message on Facebook today.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it was about homebrew brown.
Well, shit. Shout out.
Get on board, bud.
I'm so far behind on our Facebook.
Oh
I've
yeah,
just
you were
been-
busy with your upstairs.
Yeah, I've been kind of focused on that all day. Yeah. All right, Carlos, give me a number here because I don't have much
I
more
need
to
to
say
take
about
one-
this except I'm
One more sip
disappointed
on
again.
this thing.
But we're always excited to try on
We
Game
are.
of Thrones
We see
beer.
when we're like, and then we're
and
like,
we get to collect all the bottles.
oh, well, we had all the
Except,
bottles
yes.
except the two that fell on my head.
Oh.
You know,
I actually listened to that episode that happened right after that fell on my head. As the last. Since I spent the entire day today listening to.
I know
Actually,
you
this
did.
entire week I've been listening to Department of Offense.
You're crazy.
You
Why
know,
don't you just keep a whole bunch of great ones so you can just do this every year, and then you have a list of all the great parts of every episode and just pick ones. And
because then I
just-
would have to take notes while we're doing the episode.
Oh, okay. No, I mean the fact that you've listened to everything this many times.
yeah, like you maybe shouldn't.
You
have
should
to
just
do
have a
it every
huge
time.
list of all the good quotes. And
Oh no,
just-
because I stop when I have my 10.
Oh, okay. So do you
Like-
just randomly pick one here, pick one here, pick
No,
one
I
here?
start at the beginning,
Oh wow.
and I made it to about June this year before I stopped.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. And this is coming from somebody who has binged a lot of podcasts in the last month.
But never your own.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of listening to myself
It is a
and
lot.
a lot of critiquing, and then I'm like, I should really fix all these things that I do. Fuck that.
Well,
Nope.
do you at least make a list of things you've learned over the past 5 years?
No,
if
we
you-
have to learn no lessons.
No,
Oh,
we've
that's
actually
true.
learned a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
If you go back and you look at episode 1,
Well, we don't
And
even
then-
talk about episode
right? Yeah. Okay. All right. You go back and you look at episode like 20.
1. Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. That's better.
Episode 20 when we had like gotten into a little bit of a groove. You look there and then you look at where we are now. There's a huge difference in quality.
It's true. It's true.
We can actually stay on some sort of a topic and
And after 5
We're
years,
not. We're
after
like what?
5
Not
years, it's
wasted.
still us three, basically. Like,
Well, like I would like miss a lot of episodes here and there early on, just because like I would like it was Saturdays.
Yep.
And like I didn't want to be drunk, and I was often just really tired by then. And
Carlos has, I think, I don't know if you now, either we're tied or we're very close on attendance records for
I've
GOO.
missed one episode actually in the last couple years.
If it's being recorded,
Yeah.
I'm usually here unless I'm out of town, and so that way that I think if we could like go through like the past 3 years, you might have a better attendance record than I do.
Yeah, no, like I missed one episode this year. That's the only one I've missed in a long time.
Yeah.
that'd be fun to have a poll every week if we had enough listeners that was like, who's going to miss the episode this week? And then that'd be people's goals to try
Everybody
and not
puts
miss.
their money on Rick.
Everybody puts their money on
But
Rick.
that'd be our goals, not to miss an episode, so we don't get voted on that, and then some sort of incentive.
Yeah, we got to figure out some sort of incentive so we can. That's the biggest thing. We haven't missed a homebrew mound in like 4 months now. So
This
Like
week's
one.
going to be our first week we missed Soundwave, actually.
Well, we just have to record sound and have it go up a day late again.
Because, well, I'm going to Detroit now, so
When are you doing that?
it's Friday.
why didn't you guys record Soundwave on Friday?
No, we could do we.
Oh, we
could
didn't even talk about doing the submarine game.
Oh my god, the submarine
yeah,
game was great.
All right, hang on. Let's talk about this beer. Then we're gonna talk about the submarine game. Then we'll do news.
Oh yeah, I gotta.
because we got
Hand
to
me a Guinness while you're at it.
All right. That's the first time Matt's ever said that.
All right, I haven't.
That is very true.
I haven't given any ratings right. I don't think
Yes,
so.
no, that's what we're doing now.
All right. You know, it's a pretty good spice beer actually. So I'm just gonna actually give it a 7. No.
7.
Do we rate it as in all Belgians, or do we rate
Personal palate.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
How
Jesus.
you like this beer right now?
Okay, out of Belgians, I'll say this is a 5.
I'm give it a 6. Like I know it's a good beer. I just don't like it. So here you go, Carlos.
I have homework still to do tonight.
Yeah, that's right. I know. I'm getting you to Balmer's Peak, man.
Like, granted, it's all like pseudocode. It's
Yeah.
like not even real code.
Carlos, I did multiple projects while drinking root beer schnapps, so you're gonna be fine.
You're right. It could be worse. I could have root beer schnapps in front of me.
Exactly.
Or
That'd be-
peppermint.
Horrible. Also bad.
Yeah, but root beer schnapps and like mug root beer is a great combination.
Mhm.
All
So
right.
let's see. I got this beer to finish. I got that to finish.
Well, I'll drink some of that if you want me to.
oh no.
No.
No. All right. So on Friday night, I put out the call to everybody. The goal was to get at least 8 people, and I think we ended up with 10 or 11.
I guess we should have done that next week.
I think it was 10. We had
the
like,
week after, so we could get 10 or
It was
11 here
10.
tonight.
Right?
But yes,
But
it was
yeah.
about 10.
Yeah.
10.
We had 10 people, and we played this game called Captain Sonar. It's been really big at Gen Con the past few years, and like we have Jake was like, hey, we should we should pick up this game for like the company trip. And I was like, that's actually a really good idea. Good team building game, because they want to do like a team building exercise, and I think that's stupid. But I will play a board game.
And call it
So,
a team building
yep.
exercise.
Sure will. So we're like, well, we got to figure out how to play it. So I got all these people, and so the way the game works is you have 2 4-person teams, and I've been describing it as like Battleship,
yeah.
but in real time. Is that accurate?
Yeah, well, except there's only one ship and it's constantly moving.
Yeah. It's hard to explain. How
Yeah.
would you explain it, Matt?
Battleship times 4. Because there's 4 players on a team.
Yeah, but not everybody's concerned about the other team.
Well, I'm saying there's 4 people on a team, though.
Yeah.
So each person has their own station.
And there's 4 different stations
So
that do
you
different things.
you have the radio operator, and his
I
entire
really like that job, except
his-
it's really hard.
it's super hard.
I like the
And the
fact
drunker you get, the harder it is.
the
I
fact
think
that
I
I
only had 2 beers the entire night.
the fact that I managed to find a ship and get sunk when I was radio operator, I was proud of myself there.
I had you guys pretty well pinned when I was, because I was all I was doing was focusing on the captain, ignoring everybody.
Yeah, and then I was the captain on that one, wasn't I?
Yep.
Yeah, and I actually didn't do a whole lot until I did a lot. But I
Yeah.
found out sitting there and actually thinking it out isn't that bad of a strategy because you actually didn't know where I was most
I
of
was
the time.
close.
But you were close.
Yep.
So that gave me a heart attack. It's like he keeps moving. Maybe I should keep moving, but I don't want to keep moving because we could do something.
every once in a while you have to like take a break.
Yeah.
And
Like if
just
you
be
have
like,
all your systems charged and you're like you can sit for a bit.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, fuck. I have everything charged. I'm like, half the time I'm sitting there, wait, Speedy, why aren't you doing anything? And he's got everything charged,
Yep.
so he's just
yeah,
sitting
all
there.
right. Well, all right. So just a little bit of explanation before we.
So the 4 stations.
So it's 4 stations. You have radio operator. All they're doing is they're listening to the enemy team, trying to figure out where they're moving. So they're trying to find the enemy sub for the captain.
And the person they're listening to is the captain position.
Yes, they're listening to the enemy captain. The captain makes all of the movement decisions for their submarine and decides when they're going to fire torpedoes, send out pings with radar and stuff. And then next to them you have their first mate, who is getting the torpedoes ready and stuff like that while they're
Torpedoes, mines, sonar,
basically they're in charge of weapons and like silent or like
drones.
sneakiness
Yep.
and trying and like so all the tools that the captain
So
can
basically,
use.
every time your sub moves, then he gets to charge one of the things
Yep.
on the list there.
And then you have the most critical person on the team, I think.
Kara,
Like-
right?
Yeah,
Because
Kara.
that was her position.
Did she play any other position?
Yeah,
that
she
night?
did.
Okay.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
What was her?
She
She
went
played.
to
Yeah,
first
she
mate.
played first mate when we
Yeah.
won that round.
I
I think you were the captain, weren't you?
No, I lost when I was captain.
but
probably Jake
I won
Tubman.
when I was captain because I'm a good captain.
Oh, that was you that was captain. It was me, radar, radio, you were captain, and then
Yep.
Kara was the first mate. Yeah.
yeah. We're a dream team. Right there.
Oh, that was probably the one I
Alright.
sat out.
But yeah,
Because
so
that's when she's like, okay, we got these secret things right here.
the most important position on the team, and radio operators up there, but without a good engineer, you're not doing anything because the engineer has to keep all of these systems running and relay to the captain like what systems are in trouble, and because it's all based off
Me
of
and Zach were
the
really
direction.
good captain engineer people. Like he'd yell at me, I'd yell at him, and then we got it going
Yep.
good. But
Yeah, no, it's hard. And so the game is all about communication in your team and like trying to like beat on the other team a little
And it kind of like Jake Tom's a kind of a backseat driver.
for everything.
for everything. Yeah. Jake Tom, not like just let Jake Tom be a captain.
he kind of got on my back. Is all right, Jake Tom. I get that we're charged, but that's useless right now if we don't know where they are.
We got some torpedoes over here. We got some
damn it, Jake Tom. That's
Well, then-
useless.
Well, then the other thing that kept screwing Jake Tom up was every time I said sonar, Carlos would repeat sonar, and then Jake Tom sitting here like, "We don't have sonars, Captain."
That was all right. That was funny. that
Carlos
was
would
funny.
repeat every damn thing I said over there.
That was great.
No, but, so the thing I loved about the game is
Did you also say though that every time you move, the engineer has to kill something? On
yeah
the
yeah.
system,
So
too?
every time the ship moves, the ship breaks.
Yep.
So
So you're a terrible engineer, but a great engineer.
Yeah, like a good engineer can keep everything running.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it.
That
the
looks like a
entire
rough
game-
job.
It's really hard to explain it in words.
Yeah.
It really is. But if you have a group of people that you play games with, you can play it with as few as 4 people, and as many as 8.
That was so hard to do multiple at once. That had to
Yeah.
be turn by turn.
No,
wouldn't it, for that?
so what happens is, so if you go down to 6, the captain becomes the first mate.
Okay.
And
Which
then
wouldn't be too bad.
yeah, the captain and the first mate. And then I'm not sure what the rules for 4 are because I didn't look them up, but I did look up the rules for 6 because the first mate position not too rough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you have a group that you play with, I highly recommend this game because so the first, I don't know, 10 minutes of every round, super not stressful because everyone's just trugging around like trying to
Except
charge
for that
systems
the
and-
one game we played where it was over like that when Kelsey was the captain over there. It was the one we first doing the real time or whatever.
Mm,
Yeah, and I was just like, "Holy shit, how's the game done already?"
yeah.
But-
Yeah, that was a short game. That
Yeah,
first
it
one.
was. Yeah, it was only like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually they last about a half hour, 40
Yeah,
minutes.
well, I think you should put that one video you sent to us. Put that on
But
our Blind Ninja.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will. Because the sit down, shut up one was really good.
Yeah, I'm happy me and Zach watched that before we came over. Otherwise, we would have been like,
Super confused.
yes,
Or...
yes. No, that guy has a good way of explaining games.
yeah, he does.
Yeah, watching that like a video of it like helps. Like it'd been like almost a year since I'd seen that video.
Mhm.
Like it just like that video did help a lot for
Yeah,
explaining.
no,
things.
and there's some people out like that channel. I love watching their videos for games. Like if I'm debating on buying a game and they have a review for it, I'll watch that. And
Well, like it's a good way to like of getting your like of figuring out the rules too. Like
Yep.
just seeing an example of it run quickly.
yeah. But yeah, no, I highly recommend Captain Sonar. That game is so much fun. Just a blast.
Yeah.
It's just a gas, guys. Just a gas.
I bought Shit Happens for the bar. I've been showing people at the bar it. They've been laughing quite a
Which
bit.
one shit happens?
Should have.
You have your 3 cards and then the shitty spectrum.
Oh,
you have to
alright,
place
yeah.
it in there. Yeah. Threesome with your parents.
Not great.
Yeah, it was a bunch of like the daytime people that I was reading some of the cards to. They're like, "What is this game? Gross."
Yeah, like
Did
yeah,
they keep
no,
Oh.
playing?
No, I was just basically like showing them, and they were guessing what the number would be. And I
yeah,
put it
no,
on the
that's a
spectrum.
good bar game. Though. I
Yeah.
never thought about that one.
So I bought that for the bar. Wednesday, I'll probably bust it out because it's been pretty slow on Wednesdays.
Yeah. Yeah. That one, Cards Against Humanity. I see a lot of breweries and stuff.
Yeah, it's so sick of that now. By now.
Yeah, I
but-
played for the first time last week. That's why there was no. Well, that's one of the reasons there was no show. The other reason is our pizza never showed up. But yeah, so we were playing cards and eating pizza at breweries in St. Paul.
It's always because what the problem with us is we're always playing with the same people, so it's not as funny as
yeah,
it
no, if
usually
you
is.
play it with new people,
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, because I went to a house party once, and then it was like, okay, we're busting out Cards Against Humanity, and I was like, I don't want to play. And then other people's humor around the table that you aren't used to is actually really good.
Yeah, if you play with the same group all the time,
Yeah.
you gotta do something different. But all right. I have a
Oh,
thing.
the news.
And now the Department of Defense presents news with Casey.
That's me.
Why'd you have a smile on your face that whole time?
Because I was really excited that it was me.
Oh, okay.
Why can't I have a smile on my face, man?
Sorry. It was like a giddy smile. Like I thought there was going to be some new thrilling thing that was
No,
about
man.
to happen.
That
for-
was the 217th time that
Oh.
I've been able to do the news
in 5 years.
in 5 years. Still can't believe it's been 5 fucking years. All right. A German zoo will no longer be able to let children participate in one of its main attractions, swimming with crocodiles and alligators.
What?
What? You have to send your kids to orphanages again now?
The ban, which aims to protect children from the deadly reptiles, was made official during a court ruling on Thursday. Previously, the Crocodile Zoo in Friedberg, Hesse, let minors interact with the animals by feeding them and swimming in the same water, but only if a guide from the zoo is present, because then they won't be eaten.
Wow.
So wait, what kicked this off? Like, did a couple kids get murdered by some of these things?
No, I'm pretty sure
They
like
just
a parent
realized-
was like, "Holy shit!"
They just realized we shouldn't be doing this. I was watching I was looking at a bad parenting article on Facebook, and they were at a zoo, and it was a picture like on a tweet of a kid in a what are those things?
Scooters.
A cart, a child's cart, the sunshade over the top.
Like
And
a
then-
stroller,
A stroller. That's the word I'm looking for.
child's cart.
A child's cart. So there's a baby like asleep in the stroller, and then it's on the caption. It's like some lady came up to me and says, "Excuse me, ma'am, but there's a lemur on your son's head." And like she looked at it and took a picture, and there's like a lemur curled up on the baby's head.
Well, that's
He
adorable.
was just trying to escape, though. That must be what it is.
I mean, that's a free lemur too.
Free lemurs are the best kind of.
So yeah, I
lemurs.
want to know what zoo they were at.
Well, they were at the Crocodile Zoo.
Probably, if you can go
Friedberg.
swimming with crocodiles, you must be able to go hang out with lemurs.
No, that's the name of the.
No, you send
the lemur zoo. I'm sorry.
you
Oh.
send your kids swimming with crocodiles, so you just don't have to worry about kids anymore.
So now only adults can swim with the crocodiles.
I'm sure you really want to.
This means that the establishment's popular jungle birthday party package, which included up-close photos with the animals, will no longer be allowed for children. The ban comes after an August 25th decision by Darmstadt Regional Council, which stated a barrier should be present at all times, and if an adult chooses to swim with the animals, they must be warned of the serious risks of being in such close contact with the deadly creatures.
So is this?
We no common sense to be
The
allowed
Crocodile Zoo appeal was rejected.
So is this would this be considered the same as going and standing with tigers or no? Because I feel like
This is very similar.
it's similar but different at the same time.
Yeah, because reptiles.
You can't really train a crocodile as much.
I mean,
as,
you can't train a tiger either. Siegfried and Roy found that out when
well,
they.
yes, but I mean, you have better chances of
Yeah.
that kind of a thing than
like
if you bring a
Well,
little
like
cub. Because I was okay. That's one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life was in Thailand, go and hang out with the babies, and then it's like, okay, we'll go up one more step, and they're like as big as this length of the table, and then go up one more step, and they're like the length of the table, and then there's one more step that you can spend $100 and go in with them, and they're even bigger than this table.
did you spend the $100?
I did not spend.
Did you get
$100.
a
I would have
pet?
spent that $100.
I wanted to, but that was really terrifying. But I mean, the fact that I went and saw one that was
wait, did you get a pet him or just see him?
I was in with the cages with them, like the baby ones. I got to like cuddle and hang out
Oh.
with.
Oh,
They
yeah,
were,
no.
like, this
You pay that
big.
$100, you are feeding that animal.
Yeah, I know, right? But I mean, and also they're like, oh, they just sedate
With
the
your
things.
life.
But when I was,
Wait, they can't sedate them.
that's what the whole thing is like. Oh, you can go in with those things because they sedate them, and it's torture. I'm like, I went in the thing, and that fucking tiger's like moving around the cage and going crazy.
Not sedated, on cocaine.
And then there's other ones just basking in the sun and like kind of like, how's it going, bud? Like went down to it and stuff. Its head's like fucking, I don't know, bigger than a basketball, like 2 times as big as a basketball. But that was fascinating.
Super cool.
But alligator, no, I would not
No,
go.
God, no.
No, that yeah.
No,
No.
no. I don't.
It's
I
terrifying.
don't trust reptiles. I
Well,
don't.
obviously, as we were frolfing the one time going to Madeline Island.
There was a fucking cobra. Pete said so.
It was not a cobra.
Pete said so.
Pete was dead set on that being a cobra, though. He's like, we gotta tell somebody. How did this get out here? Where did this come from? How did this get out here? we can do some research, Pete. First.
Pete was all like, he was also like super messed up at the
Oh,
time.
that might be true too.
He's just like, motherfucking cobra, man.
But no, it was the hog nose.
It was a terrifying snake.
That was one.
But
of
I
the
did not
funniest-
wanna-
That was one of the funniest things I've seen in a long
That's
time.
like one of the things. Like I doubt my survival like mentality as far as like if I had that happen to me, like as far as like Casey's right up close to it, and then all of a sudden like he noticed and like jumped back like 20 yards.
It was amazing. Your reflexes were gold right there.
Meanwhile, like, I don't know, I'd probably see, like, oh, there's a snake, and I'd probably walk a couple feet, like, oh, wait, that's a snake over there.
Yep. Yeah, no. See, my survival instincts are on point.
But I probably would have walked by it and, like, would have, like, barely noticed it.
Yeah, I've seen Casey 2 instances of snakes now. The one was at the Ren Fest where there's one of those big, what are the
boa
yellow,
constrictor,
the boa
yeah.
constrictors.
It's
that-
not going to do anything to
They're
you,
like
Casey.
7 people are holding in a line around a tree or something. Or Casey, nope, he's like 20 feet.
It's cute,
circumference around them,
Casey.
fucking
It's
big.
it's just a cute giant
No,
snake
no,
thing.
you cannot say cute snake. That's an oxymoron.
I don't know.
But both times have been great to witness. So
It's it's like I can deal with spiders all day long. Like bugs doesn't bother me. Lizards fine. Fucking snakes, I'm out.
You know what I hate? Not afraid of. I hate those ladybug things. Those like
Oh, the Asian beetles or whatever.
I don't know, like,
Snake
just
with
today-
legs
just
be
this
creepier
morning.
Than a snake without like a snake.
A snake
a
with
snake
legs is
had
a
le-
lizard.
No, but like an actual snake that just like sprouted 4 legs.
That would be terrifying because now it can run.
No, they can go faster sliding around. I think.
I don't know, man. I don't even want to think about that.
know.
I'm gonna sit here and drink my
I
beer.
don't- just this morning I was trying to sleep and all of a sudden like one of those like ladybug things kept smashing to me. And so like I had like I swatted it away eventually after like getting it off me and like then I just it's like oh not great now I fucking smell like it because like they give off that scent if they're like in danger or whatever.
No, why'd you put it in danger, Carlos?
Well, because I want to get fucking off my chest.
It's not every day that you wake up and find a house in your field. Patrick Mays said he was driving to work at about 5:30 a.m. last Thursday when he came across a house on an empty quarter section that he owns, northeast of Pilot Butte in Saskatoon.
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 Is she a butte?
She's a butte in Saskatoon. At the time, I assumed it was just left overnight and they would come back right away. Several days later, it had actually forgotten about the house. Went for a walk on the property and it was still there. Then I kind of thought, well, that's strange. Something's up here. Mays posted his predicament on Facebook on Sunday afternoon. In no time, it had hundreds of shares. Multiple people commented on the story, saying that was so Saskatchewan. I was wrong. It was not Saskatoon. It was Saskatchewan.
That's good. That's a little different, Casey.
I know. Sorry.
I like not that I'm in a position to make fun of you for getting a word wrong.
I know. I forgot to read ahead. Even though I read it before,
Yeah.
I forgot. It got so much attention online that the owner of the house even saw it. Brenda Robertson, who lives in Lumsden, Saskatchewan, with her family. Their new house was on its way from Winnipeg. Robertson says she was told that there was a problem with the Sask Power permits, and the house had to go back to Manitoba for them to be reissued. I don't know where any of these places are.
Canada.
I know they're all in Canada, but Canada's a goddamn big place. So it's quite a surprise to see my house on your land, she commented. Thanks for putting this on Facebook, or else I wouldn't know where my house was. I'll try to get it off your land as soon as possible. After speaking with the moving company, Robertson said she found that the mover had been instructed by Sask Power to leave the house. They reportedly tried to contact Mays and his neighbors, but no one was available at the time. Mays says he expects the house to be on the move by Thursday. He rents out the land to a farmer who had already harvested the crop that was on it. He says his only concern is about something happening to the house. Like that's
a pretty
this
chill
guy is
attitude.
like super chill.
Yeah.
Like the most Canadian thing
Well, like
ever.
he completely forgot about the house, so I'm assuming he got wasted that night.
One thing is just like, oh, you know,
He was probably heading
There's a
home.
house
He's
over there.
drunk.
yeah, no, he
He
had
was like,
a,
oh, dude, was that house always there? Then he got home and he got more drunk. Like forgot about it.
I'm just like picturing like Rick Moranis in Strange Brews, like you know, just trying to get some more beer and
Yeah, wasn't that a SCTV skit at
Yeah.
first? Yeah.
Yeah. now Canada's version of trying to be like America.
There's a couple funny skits on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like Strange Brews. Yep. All right, but yeah, no, I just the biggest thing about this story is the dude was just super cool about it.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, I'm just really worried about like somebody like breaking into their house, you know.
Even though it's in my field.
Right. A Maui judge has handed down an unorthodox sentence to a man who pleaded no contest to violating his ex-girlfriend's protection order. Judge Rhonda Liu ordered Darren Young on Friday to write 144 compliments about his ex-girlfriend in response to the 144 nasty text messages and calls that he is accused of sending her.
Oh, that's easy. Just copy and paste 144 times.
I don't think you're going to be able to get away with that with the judge.
This sounds like it should be a Canadian thing.
Then you subtly change the wording.
Hawaii's like the Canada of islands.
Of islands.
Well, they get a few less storms. How many hurricanes does Canada get?
0 hurricanes because they're surrounded by ice.
And Hawaii doesn't get any hurricanes either.
Yep,
because
'cause
they're in the middle of the
Yeah.
Pacific.
Yeah, they get typhoons.
Yeah. But do they?
Well, no, it's more like they get passed over by typhoons.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's political, but I was just thinking of the Hawaii article I read today, that because Trump was just there, so there was a few protests, and the
Mm.
signs were just perfect. One said "Aloha" also means goodbye, and the other one said "Welcome to Kenya," and I laughed really hard at that one.
Okay, the Welcome to Kenya one is pretty brilliant.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, we got another Canada one here. A St. Laurent man's love of music is proving costly after he said he was given a $149 ticket for singing "Gonna Make You Sweat." Everybody dance now while driving.
What?
On September 27th, Taufik Moala was on his way to get a bottle of water. He was headed down St. Croix, cheerfully singing along to the 1990 CNC Music Factory hit when he heard a police siren behind him. I was thinking they wanted to pass, but they called him on the speaker, "Please go to the right side," said Moala. So I stopped, and 4 policemen came, 2 on each side, and checked the inside of the car. Then they asked me if I screamed. I said, "No, I was just singing." Police checked his license and registration and came back with a ticket for screaming in his car and a fine for disturbing the peace.
Oh, that's stupid.
Right. "I don't know if my voice was very bad, and that's why I got the ticket," he said, "but I was very shocked. I understand if they are doing their job, they are allowed to check if everything's okay. If I kidnap someone or if there's danger inside, but I never expect to give me a ticket for that." Like, yeah, I agree with you, man. Like,
I would fight that.
oh, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Moala said he wasn't singing too loud. Just if you are happy and you like this song, like, you got to sing along with it.
Everybody.
While he was
dance
thinking the
now.
situation is crazy, he said he's kept his calm. I said, "Okay, thank you, because I know I can contest the ticket. They are doing their job." He's done just that and is currently waiting for a court date, which he said he was told could take as long as a year to take place. He said he simply plans to tell a judge how he got the ticket. Imagine if the Canadians won a game. All the fans are going to scream out of their cars. They're going to sing. Are you going to give them all tickets? As for his wife, she isn't surprised her husband's vocal abilities ended up with a fine. She told me if it was for singing, I'd have given you a ticket for $300.
What ticket did he get?
It was $150.
So the moral of the story: don't sing in your car in St. Laurent.
Don't sing in your car in front of your wife, apparently.
That too.
I think that's the real moral of the story here. All right. We have a discussion topic. By discussion topic, I mean we got a game. We're going to go head to head. Matt versus Carlos.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm good at games, right?
And it's a good thing we've both been here the longest.
And I never mess up rules on games, ever. That never happens.
But this is super easy. You either get a point or you don't.
It's true.
Yeah, I can't just declare myself Hitler before
Whoa,
I
too
needed
far.
to declare myself Hitler.
No, he did that in Secret Hitler twice in a row.
Oh,
It was
yeah, that's
twice in a
right.
row.
I was here for that.
That was bad. That was really bad.
All right.
That is not how that works,
All right,
Carlos.
so those of you guys who are longtime listeners, you know what's going to come up next. But for those of you who are new, every year on our anniversary, we play what we call the quote game, where I go through a bunch of episodes from the past year, and I pull out some select quotes that people have said. And the way it works is I will read the quote in as monotone a voice as I can muster. And Carlos and Matt will both figure out who said the quote. Now, because we've had an expanding cast throughout the years, the way it works is this: you have all the staff members are in, so that's Matt, that's me, that's Carlos, that's Rick, and Pete, and also you have an option of saying guest, and if you say guest, you get a bonus point if you guess the correct guest.
Oh,
I can
Alright.
barely remember everybody's name who's a member of the studio.
I'm not surprised. All right,
how many questions do we have?
there are 10 questions.
Or
Best of 10 wins.
Quotes, I should say.
Yep. The winner gets
Another Guinness.
no, even better.
Oh no.
2
Get some
guesses,
Cheez-Its.
Oh wow.
a box of them.
A
An
whole
entire box of
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Did Zach take his bacon cheddars home?
I don't see them in the box.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so
He may have eaten them that night too. We were up until about 3.
I thought you guys
So-
were going to bed.
so that means if I
like Zach went out for a smoke and I realized what time it was, and I just went to bed.
so that means that if I win, I get the giant box of Cheez-Its that I've been trying to get rid of, which just keeps
So
me at
you're
square
gonna try and
one.
lose the whole time.
Or if I lose, then Matt gets a giant box of Cheez-Its that I've
Which
been
he's
trying
also
to lose.
going to leave here.
So like either way, I win.
Either way, you lose.
Win, lose, same thing.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Quote 1. I just want to strip out of this and see if there's anything I feel. Anything I feel like a shit biting me and shit.
What?
I just want to strip out of this and see if there's anything I feel. Anything I feel like a shit biting me and shit.
Context, Captain.
No.
I might be able to give a context clue on one of these. If you want to use a lifeline,
I don't want to
we
use a
should add.
lifeline.
Oh, no. Then you get a guess first, and if Matt wants to use his lifeline, he can. Everyone gets one context lifeline.
Well,
I like that. That's a fun addition.
this does not sound like something I would say. I mean, it could be something that Rick would say, or like Matt. Over the last year, he's been on this program super wasted a couple times,
It's true.
so it could definitely be something that he would say. Let's see. Probably not Pete. Could you say it one more time?
I sure can. I just want to strip out of this and see if there's anything I feel. Anything I feel like a shit biting me and shit.
I'm gonna go with Rick.
I feel like it could have something to do with camping.
Would you like to use your context lifeline on the first question?
No. I'm gonna go with Rick too.
All right.
Oh yeah, you gotta play it too.
He's going to play it.
I am. Hang on.
Rick and Rick.
The suspense is just really thick right now.
Why is it not working?
Gee, I don't know, Rick.
Oh, gee, I don't know, Rick. You guys talk about something and I'm going to make it work. Okay.
Morty.
Really
I
working
don't
on it,
know,
turn it
Rick.
down.
Way to go, man! Just copying me though.
It's into
I
our
just want
house.
to strip out of this and see if there's anything like I feel like a shit biting me
Damn
and
it.
shit. That's me?
Yep.
What was that
That is
context?
You were talking about ticks
Oh yeah. Well, I knew it had something
because
to
you
do
had
with
just gone
outdoorsness.
camping, and then I was yelling at you about bringing ticks into the studio, and then you're like, "I'm just going to strip right here."
Ah, okay.
I shook down with Matt.
Right.
You
All right.
should have.
Question 2. It is tied with 0-0.
That's a quote.
Nope. Here's the quote.
all right. I thought that was the
It's
quote.
tied
No.
with 0-0.
It's gonna go with the
No,
butt.
here's the quote. You know, Voldemort, before you kill me, I just have one question for you. Where's your nose?
That's Carlos.
You know, Voldemort, before you kill me, I just have one question for you. Where's your nose?
That's kind of funny.
Matt,
I'm guessing.
you're going Carlos?
I'm trying to think who also dropped Hogwarts references.
Do you want to use your context?
I'm gonna go with Casey.
All right.
It could be Casey, but I feel like I remember you saying that.
No, Voldemort, before you kill me,
Damn it.
I just have one question for you. Where's your nose? I got it right here.
Carlos is in there. Carlos
is in there. We were talking about about stealing Voldemort's nose with your thumb.
I forgot about that. We did that, didn't we? I don't know why we were doing that, but I remember that we did that.
All right, so that's 1 point, Carlos.
Sorry.
Oh God.
Where's your nose?
And that's why we got killed by Voldemort.
Quote 3. Are you playing it out loud right now? Are you doing it yet? Penis. Are you playing it out loud right now? Are you doing it yet? Penis.
What?
Carlos.
What?
Are you playing it out loud right now? Are you doing it yet? Penis.
I'm gonna go with Rick because I think he says out of all of us, he says penis the most.
Yes, I'm guessing Rick too. It's probably some like describing a situation that's happening, and then all of a sudden, yet there's the penis.
All right, you guys locked in?
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Oh, it could be Pete. Damn it. Are you playing it out loud right now? Are you doing it yet? Penis. What? Are you playing it out loud right now? Are you doing it yet?
No.
Penis.
Why did that happen?
Because we were talking about somebody going to see the listeners going to see a movie.
All right.
And we're like, oh wait, but you got to keep listening to our podcast. And then somebody said, yeah, but just like play it off of your phone so everyone can hear it. And then you're like, are you playing it yet? How about now? Penis.
I think that was
Good
clever on my
job
part.
breaking the fourth wall there. That was good.
All right. We are on quote 4. The score is as follows.
1
Matt has
to
0. Carlos has 1.
It's
It's anybody's game.
Is Matt going to leave without a box of Cheez-Its? Is Carlos going to have to stick around with a box of Cheez-Its?
Tune in right after this. All right.
Frosted Flakes.
Quote 4. You got to have 2 jobs and sell crack just to pay the rent. You got to have 2 jobs and sell crack just to pay the rent.
I'm going to go with Rick.
I'm gonna go with guest. I don't know who.
You want to throw out a guess?
No.
All right.
Tons of money. You got to have 2 jobs and sell crack to be able just to pay the rent.
It's Mike O'Hara.
Aha!
We were
I
talking.
got guessed.
We were talking about being able to afford apartments in New York City.
Ah.
I was thinking it could be Zach or it could be Patrick. The two. Yeah.
Tons of money. You got to have 2 jobs and sell crack to be able just to pay the rent.
My go-to person for saying weird ass shit is just Rick.
Yeah. Right.
It's a
1-1. 1-1.
1-1. Tied that shit up. It's a real close
Damn
game.
it,
Hang
I
on.
thought of Mike.
All right. Mike is coming back, by the way.
That's soon.
Week after, or the weekend, Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay.
Mike will be here. It'll be his first time after Swinging Bridge is open.
Giving us an update, yeah, because we got it before.
It's been almost a year since he's been on. All right. People pee on Waffle Houses in Florida. People pee on Waffle Houses in Florida.
Pete.
I mean, this could be Casey literally just reading a headline. It could just be him doing his headline.
I never do that. I never pull headline quotes because they're not original. I'm giving you that little hint.
I know. I'm just saying that would just like, all right, I would expect that to be just talking about Florida and Waffle House or something. I'm just going to go with me. Like, I think it would make some weird reference about Florida.
I'm
possibly.
going with Pete because his grandparents live in Florida, and I just feel like that would be a.
What number is this? This is 5?
People pee on Waffle Houses.
Damn it, Rick!
Florida. People pee on Waffle Houses in Florida.
So
Damn it.
the context for this is we were talking about that walk-through waffle window, and then Carlos brought up Waffle Houses and taking pictures of food in Waffle Houses.
I ate a Waffle House before I went to Bonnaroo.
I believe
was
those are the
gross.
words that you actually said in that episode.
Oh, really? Yes.
All right. Quote 6. It is still tied up 1-1. If Dogfish had the Game of Thrones thing, we'd be getting these fucked up things like this one has moose blood in it and cow shit. If Dogfish had the Game of Thrones thing, we'd be getting these fucked up things like this one has moose blood in it and cow shit.
All right, I don't think this is me because I don't think I would remember Dogfish Head as being a name. So
Dogfish Head Brewery and Ommegang beers. It had to be the last Ommegang beer, or one of the ones.
can you read it one more time?
If Dogfish Head had the Game of Thrones thing, we'd be getting these fucked up things like this one has moose blood in it and cow shit.
I'm going with Pete. I haven't had
I'm
the
going
Pete
with
ones.
Casey because I feel like this would be something I'd describe, but also I don't ever use cow shit in things really, unless I do in this.
Well, I don't use
quote.
cow shit either.
Really?
Like that's not a good ingredient for anything.
Well, no, I mean for your descriptions.
Oh,
I-
we're gonna
okay.
find
As a
out.
description, I don't think I'd use cow shit.
If Dogfish had the
Damn
had
it.
the Game of Thrones thing, we'd be getting these fucked up things like this one has moose blood in it and cow shit.
So yeah, was it an Ommegang episode?
It was.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, because we were bitching about the what you need to go away. There we go. All right, so that puts Matt at 2 and Carlos at 1. Ooh, Matt is taking the
I'm
lead.
gonna lose that box of Cheez-It bags.
There was also
that you are
a,
mandated by law to take with you.
there was also an episode this past year where Carlos talked about taking the little dinger thing out of my belt. He has not done that.
I was already taking out of your fucking bell when Jake Time was sitting there.
No, I think about it every once in a while. It's like that's I keep thinking like that is both a dick move but really funny.
It would be pretty funny because I'd go into disco.
It just was like except no.
It'd be more like this.
Yeah.
You could accomplish the same thing by just putting a strip of rubber inside that touches the bell.
Yeah,
And
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Or just tape it down inside.
Yep. All right. 7. This is gonna be a rough one, guys.
Okay.
We gotta say fuck, shit, cum, dump, shit, balls.
What?
We gotta say fuck, shit, cum, dump, shit, balls.
I'm pretty sure those aren't the 7 words.
No, they aren't.
I know they're not because I'm pretty sure one of those was repeated.
You sure was.
Isn't it?
And
Fuck
I don't
shit, bitch, shit, fuck shit, bitch,
tits,
tits,
cunt.
cunt, fuck shit, bitch, tits, cunt. 2 more. Can't remember.
Ass?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the words for TV are.
I'm gonna go with Pete because we still haven't had Pete yet.
Yeah, that was what. So it's just saying you got to say these swear words.
We gotta say fuck, shit, cum, dump, shit, balls. I can give you
Alright.
context. You guys still have your
Oh, yeah,
lifeline
let's
left.
do a context.
All right.
He's
You're
already
locked in,
locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right, you are locked in. So this was right after the Vanilla Rose Vertical, the episode after that, and we were talking about how we had a fairly clean show for that episode. So
No.
someone at the table said we need to move it up.
I know.
they use
I know who
cum
said
in
now.
there.
I know who said it now.
It's not Pete.
Maybe it is.
I think it's Pete. I think it's Pete.
Right.
It's either
You said
Rick or
Pete, and you
Pete.
said Pete?
Yep.
Unless it's me, but. We better say fuck shit, cum, dump, shit, balls. Is that me?
Yep.
Did not sound
That
like me
was
there.
Matt. One more time here.
We better say fuck shit, cum, dump, shit, balls. Wow.
And right after that, Matt says, "You got to choose this one for the or for the quote game at the end of the year because I'm gonna remember."
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's good. Oh, damn it, Matt, you suck.
Damn it, Pass Matt, you had a good idea.
I did. I didn't.
That should be -1 point for failing his call.
Like he called it to the fences and failed.
The thing that got me on that one was like, I don't think I'd say come too much. Like that just seems weird.
Now you're just like cum dump
shit, bitch.
shit balls.
And I figured it was.
And then we went on a rant about cum dump for about 5 minutes after
Of
that.
course we fucking did. Damn it! I wish I would have got that.
All right. Score still 2-1. Matt in the lead. Question 8. What kind of liquid? Did you just like find liquid?
That could be anything.
What kind of liquid?
I'm gonna say
Did you just like find liquid?
I'm gonna say Pete because he likes to know descriptors of things and reasons why of things. Like he'll just sit there. So why did you do that? Huh? Why? So I'm guessing Pete.
I'm gonna go with me.
Oh yeah, it does sound like a Carlos. It sounds like any one of us could say this.
All right.
Yeah,
Carlos, don't forget you still have a lifeline left.
yeah, I know.
We
I thought about using it this time, but
I
I
like how I use a lifeline on my own quote.
still got it wrong.
Still got it wrong. What kind of liquid? Did you just like find
Azteca?
liquid? What kind of liquid? Did you just like find
Azteca?
liquid?
No.
So that one we were talking about. Carlos had just started his new job at I don't know. He was somewhere.
At one of those jobs that I
At
had.
one of the jobs that he had, and he put like he just started cooking too, and so like he dumped a bunch of beer in like a crock pot with some meat, and he's like, yeah, no, I just put the liquid in there, and
What kind of liquid?
and he was like, what liquid? Did you just like find a liquid? Like he was really fixated on that liquid.
I know that's Pete. See,
Oh,
he
that,
likes
that
to,
whole, that whole
he
crock
likes to
pot
know
thing
questions.
worked a couple times. A couple times it didn't turn out as well. Like it's just like
Crock pots are rough, man.
yeah.
All right. 9.
Mary should have stopped putting less. Put a little less liquid shit in there.
9. Fucking Marmaduke. Why haven't they shot that dog yet?
That's
Rick.
funny.
Fucking Marmaduke. Why haven't they shot that dog yet?
I'm gonna go with me. I'd say an outrageous statement about a comic character.
And I say Rick.
Fucking Marmaduke.
Ah.
Why haven't they shot that dog yet?
We were talking about newspaper comics and how they don't make any sense.
All right.
And I had just said that I enjoy Marmaduke because
Is that also
dog
the
does some
episode that we
shenanigans.
lost? a
Wait,
listener
you
to
like
for a while?
Marmaduke,
No.
Casey?
Oh, okay.
You like
Who doesn't like Marmaduke?
fuck you, Casey.
Marmaduke's terrible.
Yeah, but there's nothing offensive. Like Marmaduke is just—he's just like a dog getting into shenanigans.
Marmaduke again.
Yeah,
Every week.
it's the same thing as
Every day.
Garfield. I like Garfield too.
Oh, gross.
I like sameness. I'm sorry.
You hear that? All listeners, you need to send a copy of Marmaduke on DVD or Blu-ray to Casey for
What?
Christmas.
There's a movie?
There was a movie for Marmaduke.
How do you make a movie about Marmaduke?
Badly.
There's the movie C Spot Run. Was
No,
there?
no, Marmaduke was the one with I think it was Owen Wilson voiced Marmaduke.
Hang on. Now
Oh.
we're on a whole thing here. We got literally one question left. We're going off on this tangent.
You don't believe they did a Marmaduke movie?
Holy shit, there was one.
Yeah, I know. That's what I think every time I'm reminded that there's a Marmaduke movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Somebody had to write this shit. Owen Wilson is Marmaduke?
Yeah.
Oh, it has Emma Stone in it, though.
What year was it?
Sorry, I just was looking at pictures of Emma Stone. 2010. Yeah, in June 2010. Why is Marmaduke wearing sunglasses? Oh, that
he's,
Marmaduke.
he's a wild and
That's why he's
crazy
wearing
dog.
All right. Carlos.
What's the score?
All right, it is 3.
I think it's 4. Is it 3?
Oh, you know,
I got
you're right.
Pete and Carlos
Yeah, it's 4.
and Casey.
It's 4-1.
Woohoo!
Carlos, no matter what you answer here, you cannot win.
All right.
Oh, hang on, I forgot to give Matt his bell ring.
Yeah.
Let me use my hint this time.
All right.
You better. Well, you should have
but,
me
but
answer
Matt
first.
has to. Yeah, Matt has to
Yeah.
answer
All right.
first.
No, I was eating steak. There was no time for arts and fucking crafts. No, I was eating steak. There was no time for arts and fucking crafts.
Could this have been? Could this have been like me and Carlos making our Aku Aku mask and Casey going out to dinner eating steak? There's no time for arts and fucking crafts. I'm wondering if you had two. I don't think you had two guests on here for this one.
Not for this one, no.
No. Okay.
The only multiple guest show that we did this year was Taproom Travelers.
Okay. Then it is no fucking arts and crafts would be. It's everybody. Rick and Peter would be the other ones that this involves, right?
Mhm.
This would be.
Or guest.
But no, yeah, I was saying I don't think you did two guests on this.
Oh, on the quiz?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about on a single show.
No, not on a
Oh,
single
no, there
show.
could be two guests on the quiz.
So this is the last question.
Yeah.
Could it be a guest? I'll guess guest then.
It could be a guest.
I'll guess guest. Zach is my guess
Like,
for
Casey
guest.
That
does
could be a
lost.
guess.
All right. So, I need my hint thingy.
Okay. We were talking about the proper way to cook a steak before we had the sous vide, and how a steak needs to rest for a little bit, and you take and you make like a little tin foil.
It was me. I said it.
Yeah, it was one of you two. You two are the
I'm
sous
gonna go
vide
with me.
people.
No, I was eating steak. There was no time for arts and fucking crafts. No, I was eating steak. There was no time for arts and fucking crafts.
Yeah, it was me.
All right, Carlos, you're up 1. And the winner is Matt.
I get a box of Cheez-Its.
People telling me I'm making my steak fucking wrong. Fuck them.
I don't have arts and crafts. You gotta let your steak rest, man.
Fuck that. I
No.
still feel the same way about that, and I still don't know the entire context about it.
No, all right. So you had just fried your steak in the cast iron skillet.
Was this the first time I did it?
No, this is after you burned your hand.
All right, so it's after I burned my hand. After I burned the fuck out my hand. All right.
Yes. Yeah, no. So you have to let it rest because it lets the muscle fibers relax, because they get all tensed up when you start frying them. And then it rests for 5 minutes. They relax, so you get a much more tender steak.
But I want to shove it all in my mouth.
Wait, you're talking about after you cook it or what?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're not sous videing, it's a gentle, slow process,
Yeah.
so you're not getting any contraction. But if you're taking like a steak that's at like room temperature and then you're frying it, you want to let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes afterwards to let those muscle fibers relax.
It's gonna get cold.
No, it's not. That's why you make the tin foil,
Oh.
and it retains the heat, but it allows the muscle fibers to relax, so you can get a good.
No,
And that's why I
I'm
got
on-
indignant about it.
I'm on Carlos's side here. I'm fucking hungry.
You can't wait 5 to 10 minutes for
No.
a better experience.
I already
No.
waited fucking like an hour plus.
That's true.
No, you didn't. This
When
is
you could
before
cook-
sous vide.
Oh, it was before sous vide?
Before sous vide. So you waited. You
Oh.
cooked your steak for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But there's a half hour of waiting for the pan to heat up.
No, you have a grill that you just.
Yeah. Even if you're grilling it.
It takes about 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I think this would have been one like I was
And
just.
now, if you use a sous vide, it takes an hour and a half.
Yeah, but you get a much better
It's true.
cook. It's so good.
yeah, it is.
You know, that's why you don't have to let it rest with the sous vide. That's why the sous vide is amazing.
All right.
It's just magic.
I don't have time for fucking arts and
I
crafts.
don't have time for that shit.
We all know that I have plenty of time for it. Arts and crafts. I just refuse to do it.
I'm not sure if you were working at that point or not. Like,
I have no idea.
All right.
there was a lot of so when you quit your job in like late November.
Yeah.
And you didn't start working until like mid-January.
Yeah.
Pretty much every show in there Pete was the one calling you out, being like, "Oh, what'd you do, Carlos? Did you work all week?"
That's fair.
Like, you just...
No, that's fair.
No, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, whew, that was fun. Thought about doing like a best of, but I'm gonna save that for the New Year's episode when we have a bunch of people.
It's just too
Put together.
bad that Matt won the prize.
No, it's not because I actually like Cheez-Its, so I wish there's white cheddar ones in there, but then I'll eat all the white cheddar before I eat the normal ones.
Man, you are welcome to take all of those cheeses because you won.
Yeah.
No, but now that we actually have it sitting right there and people know about it, they're gonna get eaten. So I'm gonna take half of them.
Okay.
You
that works, too.
motherfucker.
Well, it's been sitting up in your fucking closet this
Since
whole time on the
Christmas.
bottom
Since
shelf.
fucking Christmas.
When you
Last
could
year
have had it
for
down
a
here.
year.
I'm probably gonna get another box for Christmas. Damn it.
We could have brought that to camping and had snacks.
I know.
There's a lot of things we could have done, Matt.
So there's no bitching about getting rid of this bullshit.
But it's fun for right now.
Also, we would not have had room in the car for any of those.
You put cheeses in your pockets, man.
Yeah, it's true.
We have all have had to shove
We
it
could
in
have
all our
taken
pockets.
one bag at a time and put it in little pockets in the back.
That's what we would have had to have done. Some sleeping bag would have just been full of Cheez-Its.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again tonight or today, whenever you're listening to this, and thanks for hanging out with us for the past 5 years. Wow, it's kind of insane when you think about it. Doesn't really seem like that long.
No, 10 years have gone by at high school too. So
Yeah, well, you know, man, we're
Well,
getting
that's
old.
because you're an old person.
Yeah, stop being an old person, man. I'm gonna dab when I figure out what that is.
all right.
I
I hate children, but I'm gonna be a dad.
said dab.
Oh, dab. What's a dab?
No, I heard dad too. It's
Oh,
like,
okay.
when you figure out how to do with dad.
No.
Like, no.
It's like Casey's the last one here that wants to be a dad.
No, dabbing. It's a thing that the kids are doing now.
I don't know what it is.
I think it's a drug.
No, it's this.
I don't know
What?
you're doing.
No, that's pointing.
Is that
No,
stroke?
It's a dab.
Is that
This
stroke?
is a
But
dab.
also, I was wondering that too because dabbing is also a way of smoking weed. So
Yeah.
But no,
Like-
there's the dance, the dab. Yeah.
Or like there's
This
the
is
whole.
dance?
Or
Why
like
couldn't dancing be that easy when I was
I
in
know,
school?
right?
All I gotta do
It
is
would be
this.
so cool. Well, there was Superman that honor you.
I don't know,
Only I know that because it was on a.
there was a
last night. I'm
teacher
like,
that
why
got
the
his
fuck does the
students
song
to
use
stop
this?
dabbing by dabbing in front of all the students. So then they realized that like they say
not
so they do
cool
is like,
anymore.
well, it's not cool now.
So they were smoking.
they stopped.
They were heating up wax THC. And
we can
front of
only
the
hope
class.
they moved on to that.
Yeah, no, because anytime somebody asks me if I want dabs at a party, I say no.
And then you're just like,
Because
okay.
last time I did, I woke up on a sidewalk.
I
I've never done it and I don't want to do it.
no. If I heard dabs, I'd be thinking like they're talking about fucking arts and crafts, and I don't. We already know I don't do that shit.
do arts and crafts. I don't have time for that shit. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, show ideas, or what have you, go ahead and shoot us an email at feedback@blindstudios.com. If you want to follow us on Facebook, you can at facebook.com/blindstudios. You can follow us on Twitter at blind_ninja. And we'll see you guys next week.
Nope, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I can't change that. I'm sorry. We're gonna see you guys in 2 weeks. It's not my fault. It's Matt's fault because he's the worst going to Detroit.
Shut up, Orlando.
Doing on location in Detroit.
Shut up, Orlando.